Vision TV. We're so happy that you're back with us, and today we have three very special guests. Oh my goodness. Mr. Rob Robertson. Rob is actually the area, let me get this right, the area manager for Southwest Florida. Then we have Marsha Johnson. I said that right?
You said it right.
Okay, Marsha Johnson is the regional diverse segment manager for Florida. Then we have Danny Felton, who is a certified housing counselor and branch manager.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Fabulous. So, folks, one thing we've been hearing is, you know, it's a good time to buy. It's not a good time to buy when it comes to a house. You know, I myself recently got married. You know, we live in a nice place, but, you know, should we rent? Should we buy? What is it right now? What is the thing to do? Should we be buying homes?
Well, first of all, congratulations on your recent marital bliss.
Thank you.
And your smile is contagious, so thank you for having us. And great question. I like to say, you know, hey, it's not just a good time to buy, it's a great time to buy a home.
Wow.
In fact, it's so funny you asked that question because on my drive here, I passed up so many dump trucks on the highway, which let me know that those trucks were taking dirt to homes in different communities. And the one thing I would say to the people is just, you know, number one, knowledge is power. You know, you got to get out and gain the knowledge. The perception that it's not a good time to buy, I think, is just a perception of what's happened in the past. I certainly would highly recommend for people to go out, consult with a consultant, a mortgage consultant, and just find that information out for themselves, because this is a great time to buy. Interest rates are still historically at an all-time low. The inventory on houses in terms of the cost associated with buying a house right now is great. So when you add low rates, low inventory, low pricing, that's a recipe for purchasing a home in today's environment.
Oh, nice. So when you're talking about rates, what exactly would be considered a low rate? You know, I'm really not sure.
Well, Coach, I will tell you that when I bought my first home back in 1980, interest rates were at 12.5%. So my first rate on my home was 12.5%. Today, a 30-year fixed rate is anywhere from 3.75 to 4% or 4.25%. So when you compare to what rates are now versus when I bought my first home, I can tell you the rates are very, very low right now, and it's a very good time to buy. This is a great time to be in the market to buy a home.
That sounds good.
I'd just like to add to that. I mean, honestly speaking, most people that are renting today, you can buy a home and own it for the same price that you're paying in rent. So I think, again, for that person that's on the bubble, on the fence, get out and understand for yourself what you may or may not qualify for, and I think you'll be shocked at the amount of buying power that you may have in today's market.
Well, specifically, you know, I did a little research, and I know that Wells Fargo recently conducted a survey. They said about nearly half, meaning about 44%, believe a 20% down payment is required when you're going to actually purchase a home. Is that true?
You know, Coach, that is not true in today's market. We have at Wells Fargo many what we call low down payment products. These are products where the consumer can put down less than 20%. For instance, an FHA loan. The requirement for an FHA loan is 3.5% down payment. We have a loan called Home Opportunities. The down payment would be 3%. A VA loan, if you're a veteran, you can buy a house and only put down 0%.
As a veteran?
As a veteran.
Wow.
So we have great products and services out there. And what we also try to do at Wells Fargo is get out in the community to deliver that message by way of first-time home buyer seminars. And we also meet with realtors and builders to make sure we're educating them on all of the products that we have available for any individual who wants to be a homeowner today.
Wow. Okay. All right. So according to the same survey, nearly a third believe only those with a high income can be approved for a mortgage. So what type of programs are available at Wells Fargo to help first-time home buyers or families with low to moderate income to become homeowners?
Well, again, I think each person is different. So, you know, the myth that, you know, you have to, you know, make a bunch of money to qualify for a home is again, it's just perception. I think that if a person that wants to purchase a home is really serious about buying a home, again, I would challenge them to go and visit with a mortgage consultant. Because again, to what Marsha just explained, we have a plethora of different products that can fit the needs of a person that may make $30,000 versus a person that may make six-figure income. And in some cases, there may be cases that a person that may make less than $30,000 that may qualify for a home. Again, I want to challenge people that are renting today can actually own a home and pay almost the same or less than what they're paying in rent.
Wow. So I know for my first place, I was a little scared of the closing costs. You know, you always hear about the closing costs. They hit you with an extra couple $1,000s at the last minute. So what is that? You know, how does the closing cost maybe get calculated? How much should someone anticipate when it comes to closing costs to actually buying a home?
So there's your down payment we just discussed, and then there's your closing costs. So your closing costs are basically costs associated with we have to get a title company or an attorney to actually close the loan. Those are costs associated with the loan for running the title insurance. Some states may require a survey. You have document prep fees, different costs associated as such. Then you have what is called escrow, and that's for your taxes and your insurance. What people don't know is some of those costs can be paid with a gift. So there's many cases where you may have a family member, you may have an aunt or uncle that says, hey, I want to bless you and basically be a blessing to you on your new home purchase. And you can get a gift from a family member. Other avenues are some people may borrow against their 401k or their retirement pension for their down payment and their closing costs. So there's many different avenues, many different ways. Again, I keep saying that, but when you sit down with a consultant, that's what we do at Wells Fargo. We want to help our customers succeed financially. So we would sit down, educate them on putting them on that path of home ownership.
All right, so essentially someone just walks into a Wells Fargo and says, I want to speak to someone in your mortgage department, and they could set up an appointment. Like, how does that actually work? How would I get in touch with someone like yourselves to educate me about buying a home?
Well, it can work both ways. You can walk into a Wells Fargo mortgage office, and we have Wells Fargo mortgage consultants there that can meet and greet you and talk to you. You also can go to a branch store. That's what we call our branches. We call them stores at Wells Fargo. And you can go into a store and talk with the banker, and they also can set up an appointment for you. We do have also mortgage consultants that actually sit in the store. So, you may go into a store and there may be a mortgage consultant there. So we have various ways that individuals can connect with a home mortgage consultant at Wells Fargo.
But Coach, wait, there's more.
There's more. Go ahead.
So, in the modern day technology, some people may not have time to get out.
That's right.
And so we have the internet, and people can go on, they can search for a specific zip code, and they can actually, do a branch locator, and they may want to apply online and ask for a consultation. So there's ways that they can actually get a consultation per Marsha with a mortgage consultant. And each mortgage consultant is licensed. We all have our NMSR number, which we're licensed to be able to educate and consult with our consumers as it relates to buying.
So when it comes to pre-approval and pre-qualification, I hear some people say, oh, well, you're not really serious until you're pre-qualified or pre-approved. Like, what does that really mean when it comes to buying a home? What would you say is the first step to being serious about buying a home? Well,
I would like to say this, and I'm very thankful to work for Wells Fargo, number one. And one of the things we do is get out in the community. And personally, we had a Knowledge is Power seminar series that we hosted for first-time home buyers or people looking to buy a home. And that step is getting out and getting the knowledge. Again, knowledge is power, but it's really not power until you actually apply the knowledge, right? So, one of the things is giving them the information, and once they come out and they gain or get the information, then they can take the next step, whether or not they want to meet with a consultant or they want to just do a pre-qualification versus going through the whole process.
And one of the things I'll add to that too is, like I said earlier, we participate in a lot of first-time home buyer seminars. We partner with our nonprofit partners and also realtors and builders. So if we have a consumer that hears about a first-time home buyer seminar with any of these organizations, I would ask them, go to the seminar. That is a great way to learn everything you want to know about the process, the home buying process. Not just mortgage, but they'll have other partners there as well, talking about inspections, appraisals, all of the information that individuals need to know about the whole process, not just mortgage.
Okay. And I hear one more thing, that you have an app or a program called My Home Roadmap.
Yeah.
What is that program?
So My Home Roadmap, again, we want to always keep our consumer on the path of home ownership. So again, we talk about consumers that may come in, they have 1 foot on the fence, 1 foot off. And it's a program designed to keep them on that path of home ownership. And basically what it is if someone comes into our office and they are approved, we can say, hey, you have the ability, you can go shopping. But they're still on the fence, they're not ready. We can put them on the My Home Roadmap path if they elect to do that, and that just gives them some opportunities to have some free coaching in terms of credit, because some people, believe it or not, they'll tell us, oh, it's too good to be true. And then you may have some consumers that may not be ready, who may not have the credit score, if you will, to qualify for the certain program. And that My Home Roadmap program, again, gives them hours of free counseling in terms of their credit, in terms of just giving them just a plethora of different ideas to help them be prepared for home ownership.
That sounds amazing. So now you have it, family. Oh my goodness. We have learned that you can get free counseling, free coaching, free advice from Wells Fargo and the mortgage team. So really check out wellsfargo.com and see what they have to offer. And now we'll be right back.